Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a quick look at Sol. Before we jump into the analysis, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below in the comment section. Always happy to hear from you, and yeah, let's get into it. So for the most part, I am still looking at this as my preferred count within this move, and basically what I'm looking at within this top bit. I had this channel drawn on from previously, and it'll be interesting to see whether we come back and test it. But from the structure here, we're looking for so a flat correction is what I'm currently looking at this as. It could also develop into a WXY, where this is a three-wave move, this is a three-wave move, and we get an additional three-wave move to the downside. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out for both of these things. But effectively within this, what we'd be looking for is actually for this completion of this five-wave move to the downside. We've actually come up into this zone here of this typical fourth wave area. So it is possible that we could look to push up a little bit higher. The 1-to-1 area would actually be more towards this 2470 zone. So if we do actually look to progress up here higher, then effectively we could be looking for this to actually play out as a bigger ABC pattern. And what we'd be looking at this is an A, a B, and then a C, looking to complete in the range of this previous fourth wave here, which is quite common for fourth waves to line up. So if we do actually push up one more time here, we could be looking towards this 2470 zone. It could potentially target up the higher end of this box, which is 2474, and then look to actually break down. What we wouldn't want to see if we're looking for this continuation to the downside is effectively we wouldn't want to cross this 2544. If we do actually have a move up past this 2544, it would indicate to me that actually what's happened is that potentially we've actually completed this flat correction here, and we could actually be looking for this fifth wave to play out from this point. Or alternatively, it could mean that we are forming a X wave in here where we're going to get another zigzag and then we're going to break down again. So the thing is, this would actually push us quite high, and I wouldn't really, if we do get a five-wave move here, it would be more likely that we're actually starting this fifth wave. So this fifth wave target area is roughly this 2972 to this 2775. That's a zone where we can actually look to move up into and find resistance again. This would tie in quite nicely with this top channel line that we have here, as well as some resistance drawn from further back over here off the tops. Basically this all lines up with this little area, so it'll be interesting to see how we react if we do get a move to the upside. However, should we not move up and hit that impulsive trigger and this move develops something more like this, where we form an A, a B, and a C to the upside like this, and actually look to target out this green box area, which is this 2597 to this 2490, this could actually indicate that we could be setting up for a deeper move here with an A, a B, and a C to the downside. So if that is the case, we're going to go over some possible rejection areas. So we got the bottom of this box, which is this 2489, the golden pockets between this 2545 and this 2533. Alternatively, also we have the top 786 line, which we wouldn't really want to go too much further than that. But that would be at this 2597. So if we do get a move up here that develops to be a bit more complex and becomes a bit too big to still be a fourth for this five-wave move to the downside, then it would actually be more likely we're getting this push up here into this box area, and then we will look to break down again in a bigger ABC like we have here. If we just say that we went up to this 0.618, a 1-to-1 would then bring us down here into this 2185 range, and that would actually be an area we could look to get a reversal and look to push back up for this fifth wave. So I'm still looking for this to play out. Basically, this is the area that we could move down. So if we do see extensions, this whole green box area, this 2236 to this 1852, actually I need to adjust this because it's moved. This 1846 rather, is an area we could actually look to find support to still look up for a fourth. However, should we start to break down too deep, it would be, if we lose this 1846 zone, it would be more likely actually that we have a completed move into this point and we're actually starting to break down And if we're going to look for continuation, effectively what we'd want to see is we want to see this move play out like this, find a support in this green box area, and then potentially look to push back to the upside here. So if this is the case, what we'd be looking for is support within this range. The 50% lines up quite nicely with this previous 2 over here, so that could be somewhere we actually look to potentially push into if we're going to look for this continuation to the upside. So if we do get a retracement down into this zone, we can potentially talk about a 1-to-1 area of up here at this $50.55, though there is no confirmation of this yet. And for the moment, if we do actually break down without forming this as a 5th wave here, it would be a bit worrying, because if we didn't have this 5th wave here, we can always argue that this is just a corrective structure up here, and we could actually look to break this low and set another low here. So if we fail to develop this, and then we fail to hold this 1505 to this 1048, effectively what we could then actually get within this structure is a beginning of a push to the downside. Though for as long as we hold this $8 area, we do have this potential for some upside here. So this is what I'm currently tracking now. I do think that we're going to come back into this box zone. If we do push down lower, so if we don't develop as a 3-wave move like we have shown here, and rather just a 5-wave move, we've got 2 areas of interest that we could potentially look at as well, which I should just talk about before we end the video. So if we're going to develop as a 5-wave move, there's nothing that's sort of indicating we're getting any extension within the structure, but it is possible that we could do. But if we do get this additional 5th to the downside, it would also put us quite nicely here in the range of this 1-to-1 of the A wave, which would be this 2245. So if we do actually look to just push down one more time, this could be a zone that we could look to target out, which would also effectively give us a double bottom here before looking to move up. So that would be one of the scenarios that could actually play out here should we get this 5th wave down. However, should we actually extend some in the structure, like I said, there's nothing indicating it currently, but it is possible that we could see this develop with potentially look at this as a 1-2, this is a 1-2, and we actually start to break down deeper. But this would say the only way we could do that is looking at an extension in the wave 1, which is not very common. But basically, if we do break down deeper, this would be a typical C wave of a expanding diagonal. And because we did come up here and actually take this high point, we can actually look to potentially look down further for this target zone. And we can see the 1.618 would actually sit right down here. So between this 1382 and this 1618 would be this previous 4th wave over here. So if we are going to actually look to break down slightly deeper here, this could be an interesting zone that we might look to move down and retest. But like I said as well, we need to keep an eye on this channel. It could be that we get this this 5th wave move down, and maybe it just breaks through the channel and then comes back in and resettles, and then actually looks for this push to the upside. But yes, for the most part, this is the target zone. If we had to push down deeper, it would change slightly, and we would have to look at a little bit higher. If we talk about coming down here to this yellow box area, we could be potentially talking about a move to this 3083 to this 2814. So it depends how deep we go. The deeper we go here, the higher the target gets on the 5th, if it still is going to play out. But like I said, if we lose this 1846, it becomes less likely. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. If you did enjoy it, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down in the comment section below. We're always happy to hear from you guys. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope everyone has a good evening. See you tomorrow.